Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, dear listeners. This is Comeza Radio Africa, the voice of Comeza, the organization everybody wants to be associated with. The mind, the journey, the destiny. We apply our minds to the journey that takes us to our destiny. That is our philosophy. It's about a plugged and active mind. It's about a sharing mind, futuristic mind, and inquiring mind. In the journey, we enthusiastically promote our ideas and share them and give them as we learn, retain and invest our earnings and learnings, and continuously searching for new opportunities. When the destiny is achieved, we see that by productivity and profitability. We see that by being socially responsible and caring for each other, ensuring sustainability and continuous growth, and of course, renewal and survival. The radio is about informing and entertaining. We develop and educate. We empower and support. We associate and network. That's the idea. We are a business and professional management services 24/7 internet streaming radio station. We broadcast music and talk shows. Our objective is to use the African storytelling and the Lekgotla conversation methodology in offering career coaching, education and learning guidance, continuous professional development, enterprise and entrepreneurship development, and connecting supply to demand. Our talk shows aim to affirm and support business professionals and entrepreneurs in their personal and professional journey of bringing a difference to the world. My name is Sam Zimmer. I am the CEO and Executive Business Coach at Comeza GOC International. You may check our website at www.comeza-goc.com. The same principles that govern our organizations are the principles that govern this radio program. It's about win-win approach. It's about holistic mindset. It's about competency development, demanding accountability from each one of us. It's about ethical and inclusive practice, and of course, progressive transformation. You may join us as a member at Comeza Friends and Supporters Club, NPO. That can be done online at www.comezaclub.africa. Or you're welcome to send us email at callcenter@comeza-goc.com. I want to welcome my speaking partner, my brother, Dr. Andrew Johnson. Greetings, my brother.
Hi, Sam. Good to be with you this evening.
Lovely. How have you been so far?
Well, I think we all are trying to deal with something that is so new and unprecedented for all of us. Invariably, we all are searching still what is the best possible way out to deal with it. But otherwise, good. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. Let's do what we call checking in. Otherwise, body, mind, spirit in balance. Are we balanced in terms of body, mind, and spirit?
Very much so. In terms of this lockdown, I've tried to ensure that I stay healthy, not just physically, but to do exercise. And I've been doing quite a lot, including my own DIY. But then also in a spiritual sense, I've been doing quite a lot of spiritual exercises and meditation, and because invariably the physical lockdown is going to work on our mental state, and we need to ensure that all of those balance out. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to cope.
Absolutely, absolutely. And from a coaching point of view, I have had to do quite a lot of mind work, not only for myself, but also for the clients. The mind is really the strength that we cannot give away.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm glad that we could have this conversation. the purpose of the telling the story of our lives is basically to inspire each other. I used to say to people that we all didn't just drop down at Johannesburg or in Sandton or wherever we are as complete as complete beings. We have homes, we have origins. We grew up somewhere, and somebody had to do some spade work when we were little kids.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, and it is good to go back. I've never been at the early childhood center or kindergarten, but I realize the importance of it now, so much so that I would like to be an activist that advocate for the early childhood development in our country.
Yes. That foundation is so absolutely critical, and because everything else flows from there. You cannot hope to shift things later on if the foundation is already a bit wobbly in itself. And the fact that it didn't happen to us, we have a more reason to make sure that it happens. And it might not be a kindergarten, but early childhood development in general, being cautious of what is it that we are leaving for our new generation after us, that they don't have to have so many holes to plug in when we are gone. Absolutely. Yes.
So where were you born, and what did you grow up doing, and who are the Johnsons?
The Johnsons, as far as I know, hail mostly from the Eastern Cape, but invariably you find them all over the country. I often, when I meet somebody that I don't know, I say to that person, we probably are related, I just don't know how. But so there is always like a connectedness.
Yes.
I grew up in a very small town, actually, in the Karoo. It's kind of the edges of the Karoo. They call the Midlands, a small town called Craddock.
Yes.
Which is a famous town in many other ways, from a political point of view.
Oh yes, the Craddock, where what did they used to call them? Those
the Craddock Fall, for example, that's the big story that was just recently in the news.
Yes.
Because we were celebrating the anniversary of the Craddock Fall, and they built actually a very beautiful monument now in Craddock Fall with the four pillars, pointing to the four people that were killed by the apartheid police at the time, burned out in minibus combi.
Yes.
And but it's also, there's some other interesting people from Craddock, like was a big name in Cosatu at some point, in the early days of Cosatu, Elijah Bahai.
Oh, yes.
And then one of the Secretary Generals, Kellen Kalata, was also a key figure within the early days of the ANC. So, and some other people, but some very great activists, and people coming out of Craddock. Very well known, in the Karoo for sheep farming, so we eat a lot of great Karoo lamb there. That's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
Very dry climate. I was actually quite fortunate because one of the things that was really a great asset to Craddock is the Dominican Catholic sisters had a very famous school there called Holy Rosary. And I did my secondary schooling at that particular school. They used to have a primary also, and then the state built primary schools when the Group Areas Act came in. We were forcibly removed then from what we used to call the old location to a new township called Nicholstown. And we were moved out, and the kids then had to go to these two newly built primary schools by the state out there. But the high school continued in Craddock.
And I assume that what they were disrupting was the integrated living that was happening there, irrespective of your race.
Very much so. In fact, when I was probably about 4 or 5 years old, I look at pics now, and I think I must have been about that age. Even before some of the people were moved to what became known then as the old location, we used to live in an integrated space with African people in Mongweni. And then the people were moved from there to the old location. I don't know all of it because I never looked into that history.
Yeah.
And then the old location that was kind of on the edge of town, we were far too close to town. We were further removed away, probably another, 4 or 5 kilometers out of town, where they literally, as is the case with so many townships, built up in the middle of nowhere, and that's where we had to grow up. I remember as a kid how scared I was because initially people were moved in drips and drabs, and we were amongst the first people that went there. So there were very few people actually living there. And at night, God, it was so dark, and it was quite scary as a kid, to be so far away from what you used to know as civilization, if there's such a word. And but that's where we grew up, and I went to the primary school there in Biffelstown. I did up to what is, I think, grade 4 now, standard 6. Yeah, it would have been standard 6. And then went to high school, which was run by these Dominican sisters. Probably one of the gems of Craddock, the school, because these German nuns were just absolutely brilliant in terms of giving us as young people an incredible start to life, because they brought, very top-class European education that they themselves had into that environment, and was really trying to uplift the kids. We all speak very fondly of that school. It doesn't exist any longer. I went to school there because the state eventually built a new high school in the Kala Township.
Just quickly to interject there, because while you're still talking fondly about these schools that were run by missionaries, and I know we can't dwell on that because it's not going to happen, but if this disruption did not happen, what do you think this country will have become of in terms of education?
I think, if those kind of teachers were involved, because I think they inspired a lot of the kind of method of education that the Dominican sisters brought, inspired even the lay teachers, to do things differently. So not only did it have a kind of benefit for us, but it also brought a kind of new way of teaching that we weren't used to in South Africa. And obviously they brought first-class education from Europe with them back into South Africa, and just how we approach teaching and learning and so on, and really exposing kids to reading, we had a little library there. I must tell you this, which is very funny. It was very small, the library. And every 2 months, because the government was supplying the stationery and books and paid for the education, our education, but not for not the salaries of the sisters, except the lay teachers.
Yeah.
But every 2 months, the government had this kind of mobile library that would come around and then exchange all our books, and we would just, devour these books in no time, and you couldn't wait. It was like something that you look forward to when this little truck with the new batch of books would be arriving, and everybody's almost waiting at the door because we have finished everything that's in the library,
Yeah.
Very funny little story. But a great school where kids from all over South Africa, generations of kids went there. As far as Joburg and in even what used to be known as Southwest Africa and Namibia, kids used to come generation after generation to that particular school. That's just how good it was, you know. So a really great school. I finished my matric there. I served as a head boy in my final year at that particular school, and but a great opportunity for kids. I come from a family of I've got two sisters and a brother.
Yeah.
And so I grew up with them in Craddock, and a great little town where you had to improvise. And sure, you had that kind of experience too. There weren't toys that were bought for us. You had to improvise and make your toys, you know.
Yeah. And we didn't see anything in that. You know, you get wire and you make wire vehicles and you run around.
That's right. Yeah. No, you just get on with it, you know. It wasn't something that you had to go and buy. Whatever was available, you make the thing work in terms of creating space and fun. And in the evenings, how we used to play on the streets, you know the story. We play on the streets, and basically the time you had to go home is when the lights come on, you know, then you have to be at home. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble.
Yeah. And what do you say are the values that you sort of like inherit from those days that you see them in yourself now in your leadership roles or in your professional life?
I think probably one of the biggest things be that a person need to be able to believe in yourself. And it sounds like a very simple thing to say, but if you consider kids who come out of very poor kind of environments, which was the same for me. I came out of a very poor environment like many other kids. You kind of you compare yourself with other kids of, for example, the kids of teachers or nurses, which were the kind of middle class type of jobs at that time. And you look at these kids and they dress better and they have, you know, access to better things and so on, which you don't have. And so you kind of you look at that from a material point of view and you put yourself down because you are not as good as, you know. And it's purely, the mindset would purely be based on what people have, you know. And so because you don't have, you have to find the anchor elsewhere in terms of your own particular life. And how do we need role models in society? One of for me, my biggest role model as a child, as I look at it, was my grandfather. Dirt poor, but he had such respect and carried himself with such dignity in the community that he was very, very deeply respected by people coming from all walks of life, you know. And just the way he carried himself, just the other day I saw, you know how our grandfathers used to dress up. They wouldn't go outside of the house without a tie on, you know. And the hat must be on.
Yeah.
And they carried himself with so much dignity, you know. And it was just incredible when you look at that picture whereby they believed, there was a sense of believing in themselves. And for me, that rubbed off very much on me, to be able to say, you know, you might not have all of these things and you know, you struggle to get, I played a lot of sports and when we needed to get sports equipment or clothing, it was always like a struggle because there was never money for these kind of things. You kind of just managed to get through living and you didn't have space for this. And so you think of yourself as lesser than other people because it's often, if we think of it in that way, it's measured in kind of material terms. And I think what I carried with me the most from that was to begin to develop a deep sense of believing in myself. You can do it.
Yeah.
It's not out of your reach to be able to do it. I finished matric and I had to study at the time. I mean, when I grew up, we had no electricity in our house. There was no electricity. We didn't even have water in the house. You had to go and fetch water from a communal tap, that serves the number of houses. I had to study at night at paraffin lamps and candles, things like that. And my grandmother would shout from the bedroom, "Don't burn out that candle tonight. We still need to have more of it for tomorrow." and you just try to get through your work. But maybe just to say something in regard to it, this is where those Dominican sisters were so excellent, because one of the things they did in the community was they made afternoon classes compulsory for all the kids, because the afternoon classes was where you would do your homework and your study and your research, whatever you needed to do, and it was compulsory to go back to school in the afternoon, because they knew that many of us were in situations whereby it is so much more difficult to study. You don't have proper lighting, you don't have proper facilities, so it was compulsory to go back in the afternoon and Saturday mornings, by the way, to go and study. Sports day was normally, the only time we had off was a Wednesday afternoon, which was normally a sports afternoon, and Saturday afternoon. But Saturday morning and all the other afternoons, you had to be back at school to study.
Just sorry for interrupting you. This idea, and I don't know when did this die, because it was a standard that you go through the lessons up to 1 o'clock, and then you come back at around 2 o'clock for something called study. Yes. And then you sit together in one room and study, and it's quiet, and nobody will, and you go through that, and so and I think probably that's where it originates from, and it was acceptable. Actually, you wouldn't miss study. And
you couldn't complain about that thing, because the parents could see that the sisters were betting for us. And so you go and complain at home and say, I don't want this, and your father would say, well, I'll give you some more, if you come and complain here. Because they could see how these sisters were trying to create a space for people to be able to learn, knowing the conditions that we found ourselves in at home, And so I think it was such an important thing for us to learn that discipline. And by the time you go home in the afternoon, say at, between 4 and 5 in the afternoon, all your homework has been done. You covered.
What I used to like about study is you'll be seated and all quietly studying. Normally you sit next to your friends, and then I'll take the biology book and study. And then when I look next to my friend, he's studying mathematics, and I start feeling guilty, Why are you studying mathematics? I thought the challenge with biology. I said, no, biology is nothing for me.
We laugh and have such fun moments when we think back about this. And I can tell you personally, if it wasn't for that, I was one of the A students that particular year at Holy Rosary. There were 3 of us. And if I look at the other 2 people that I competed with, they came from middle-class families. And I was then ranked in that particular year 37th in the country that year, the matric results, So, and it had to do with the fact whereby there were people who could see that it was necessary for them to create conditions for people for children to begin to succeed in life and lay a foundation with it. And I would say these sisters did that for us in a big way in that particular environment.
And they were very passionate about imparting knowledge.
Absolutely. For them, it was absolutely a vocation. And I spoke last year at my primary school's 50th celebrations, and I said to them, one of the things that for me is so critical is actually the teacher in the school, and it is about what we learn, obviously, But the teacher plays such a critical role in a person's life because, by the way, you don't remember that biology bits that you studied. Maybe there are some stuff there, but you remember that biology teacher that was so brilliant.
Absolutely.
That you remember.
Absolutely.
And I said, at that particular event, it's so important for teachers to remember how critical a role they play in any child's life. Because sometimes it is simply about having this good word that you say that makes such a difference for this child that comes out of very difficult circumstances in his own life. And what a difference it made for that child.
Absolutely.
I know that for certain, because I can tell you in some couple of years ago, I just had this feeling that I'm going to look up if they were still alive, some of my primary school teachers, and I wanted to go and say to that person, thank you. You know what a difference it made when you came to my house and you just sat there and talked to me, because it said to me, you're interested in my progression. You're interested in me winning in life and so on. And so, teachers are so critical in children's lives, and because that's what we remember. We don't remember the medulla oblongata that we studied. Maybe we talk about those things. But you do remember Mr. Sipo.
Yeah.
That's what you do remember.
I remember all my primary school teachers with fond memories. I can still see how they used to dress. My primary school, they were even dressing uniforms. Teachers, they were dressing uniforms. And then I remember, you will never forget a principal, because the principal was the leader of.
Yes,
absolutely. And when you meet, I do meet some of them, and it's like oh my wait, and then all the memories just come back, and then they said, is that you? So that's why also this storytelling, I think for me, is a way of just traveling back and reconnect and identify what happened, what made us who we are.
Of course. So you develop out of it, to your question, which we have taken a long way around, it's about a sense of your own self-worth. It is very much a sense about your own dignity as a person, and it's got nothing to do with what material goods you have or you don't have. It's simply believing that I have dignity as a person, and I can't allow, because you've got more money and you've got better access to things, to make me feel small, because we do feel small, because I don't wear the latest pants that you have bought at that particular time, and so forth, And so these are the kind of things that are so important. It's also, one of the things I shared with the teachers last year when I spoke to them is that ultimately it is for that young person at that point in time to feel, I am good enough. There is nothing lacking, because that lack is often seen in terms of material, that I don't have this, but I'm good enough. I don't have the latest fashion, but I'm good enough, and I can win and have a determination to make something work for myself and for others around me. And so those are some of the values, I think, that came out of there. Certainly one particular value that for me was so important and very much important now is to be authentic, Just be real towards yourself, first of all, so that you can be real towards other people, You don't have to put on a show for anybody. Just be real. And people will begin to respond to you in a very different way if you can begin to just operate from this very basis of authenticity.
Beautiful. As I talk to you guys and many other people on this platform, it's so interesting that just for me to know which part of the country you grew up, it gives me a complete. It's like it was a missing puzzle, because I just know you as Andrew Johnson, my friend and a fellow colleague, and it ends there. But the moment I start to know, I will have never placed you in Craddock, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that basically you were
in Gauteng, that's it.
Yeah, and probably I misplaced you.
Yes.
and
absolutely.
and that
I can just imagine.
and that
I
means
can just imagine that's the case.
I never had a complete picture of who you are, where you grew up, where you come from, and I probably, like you're right, I just feel maybe you just grew up somewhere here around the corner in Gauteng. You are a Gautenger, you can't know anything about rural.
And yes, rural is so deep in my blood, for me, if I want to recharge myself, that's where I have to be, is to go back there, because there's a realness about it that is you can't find in the big city, And,
I hope you do connect with the childhood friends there.
Oh, absolutely. My sister still lives in Craddock, my eldest sister. So, and this year, unfortunately, with the pandemic now, they normally have, and traditionally, and this goes back to my childhood, that's why it means so much. Every year they have this rugby tournament on the first weekend of September. And now this year it's not going to happen because for what is, which would have been my pilgrimage, one of my pilgrimages down there every year, to go and reconnect. Yeah. So we'll have to find an alternative this year to see how we will do it. And obviously when it is a little bit safer to do so.
Yeah. And I'm getting to learn that something that we underestimate as a gift for South Africa is the fact that Eastern Cape is the home of rugby.
Yes.
And when I hear you guys, you professionals, and when you talk about growing up, you relate very strongly to rugby, and I'm saying like, wow. So that means we need to be doing pilgrimages to go to Eastern Cape to learn how the sport of rugby started from the grassroots, or how it's played at the grassroots level.
It was such an intense thing because, the people played a little bit of soccer, but football was never a big thing. It was rugby. If you think about even somebody great like Steve Biko was a big rugby player, in his days.
Yeah.
Just look back at his time in King Williamstown, how he used to play, and that other non-racial sports federation team,
Yes.
Kwaru was a big name and so on. Yeah, no, rugby was quite a big thing for us. And it became like very much a social event because that's where people would congregate and have fun and, celebrate together and even fight with each other because invariably there would be rival clubs, It was all part of the fun.
Yeah. So it's rugby, boxing, and cricket, I guess.
Yes.
Those are the great sports.
Yeah.
Lovely. And did you complete your matric very well? Did you get the university entrance grades?
Yeah, I got an A pass in matric, and the government then gave all of those A pass students, there were about 51 of us around the country.
Yes.
We all got a government scholarship then to go and study at university.
Yes.
So I went off to Western Cape.
I see.
And I couldn't have chosen a worse time to go to university. This was in 1980 because I finished in 79. Because hardly had we settled down in Cape Town, then that massive school boycott hit South Africa in 1980.
Let's hold it there. Let's hold it there. When we come back, I want us to start a new episode with that because transitioning from high school into university is another favorite topic of mine. I want to find out how did the migration from Craddock to the University of Western Cape happen.
A little farm boy ending up now in the city.
We'll take it from there when I come back.
No, sure. Absolutely.